Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day, folks. Guys, please subscribe, give the video a like, leave me a comment, and by all means, share it with somebody you think might get something out of it. Other than that, let's get into it, guys. Hope everybody had a good day today, guys. I had a good day. I was talking about the seminars I was doing. One of them, it really wasn't a bang for the buck, so I went back and I went back and finished the Tony Robbins seminar. And anybody interested in personal development, Tony's a great guy. And keep in mind, any of these seminars they put on are always going to be trying to get you to buy into something. But at least with Tony Robbins, he delivers a great product. But anyway, that's that. A little bit of relief from the allergies. I think the Zizol is definitely working, just to keep you guys updated. Anybody suffering like I have been. I've been taking the Zizol for a couple of days, and I've noticed vast improvement. Like, I'm still a little bit, nose a little runny, still a little scratchy, but, I'm functioning fully as, the first couple of days. Allergies hit me like nothing I've ever seen before. So, trying something new, guys. Getting out of your way. Don't be afraid to try something new, but, do a little bit of research, right? So, guys, the Just for Today NA meditation reading was defects, as in defects of character, and something I talk about all the time, right? For myself, that was a huge problem. It was my defects of character, including the way that I looked at myself, that were keeping me stuck in addiction. And I think it's the same for so many. And guys, I always put these out so you guys can relate to them, but I do them, I put myself as the example so that I'm not calling anybody out and not trying to make anybody feel bad. And just trying to be vulnerable with you guys, let you know that, listen, everybody goes through it, and and the thing is, the most important takeaway is, though, guys, keep in mind, I've been on my own since I was 12, in and out of prison 15, 16 times, homeless 4 years, has not held me back, right? It is not hindering my advancement today because I'm no longer allowing it to. So that's the most important thing, guys, is to know no matter what you've been through, I've been there, I've seen it. And there's always going to be struggles along the way, but when you start to develop a relationship with your higher power, you start to learn, and even just getting sober, and you start learning, but, again, this is why we get interactive with other groups of people. You find other positive, like-minded people around you. Guys, there's always going to be people in your life that want to keep you stuck, or want to hold you back, or don't want you to surpass them. So be very aware of that, and whenever possible, cut them out of your life. You gotta make room for positivity in your life. So often we want to just put down the drugs and think our life will suddenly flourish. But oftentimes the drugs are a symptom of deeper problems. And again, guys, for me, I thought it was going to be this big, long going, crazy process. And it's literally been more just finally paying attention and getting introspective and looking at the things that I've been through, looking at the way that I reacted to the things that happened, and then changing those behaviors. It's really been it's not been that, all that difficult. Not super easy, and very uncomfortable, particularly in the beginning. But then as the blessings start pouring in, it's very motivating to keep you going. So, just something to keep in mind, guys. It's, things, fear of the unknown, like we talked about yesterday, is so paralyzing, and it doesn't need to be. As soon as you get a little bit of momentum going, you find you'll walk right through and breeze right through a lot easier and faster than you possibly think you're going to. Anyway, defects. We were entirely ready to have God remove these defects of character, which I believe is actually the 5th step in the 12 steps, right? But that's neither here nor there. And then it goes on to say that, I think the affirmation is, I will thoroughly consider all my defects of character to discover whether or not I am ready to have the God of my understanding remove them. And again, guys, you guys know I've developed a what I consider a very deep spiritual relationship with my higher power, whom I choose to call God. Again, call yours what you will. There's no right or wrong, so long as it's positive. It's telling you to believe in yourself, to give reverence, to be grateful, to be a good person, to not screw other people over, and it's not telling you that yours is the best. Go kill somebody else. Then you're on the right track, and otherwise maybe look into it. That being said, for myself, in order to get over addiction, I definitely had to remove the defects of character, because literally it was my defects of character that were giving me critically low self-esteem, and then making me feel as though I was less than, I was less, undeserving. I didn't have parents that taught me how to be an adult, and again, not a pity party, but again, I sat there and allowed that to rent space in my head as I was being an adult for all these times, just not actually doing the work and just ignoring the simplest things, guys. What really blows my mind today is the fact that I've gone back and I've made all the things that I ignored, that I gave so little credence to, that I thought were so insignificant. I've given them power, and now my life is flourishing. So, guys, so oftentimes, I mean, hey, you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to know that you can do anything, because literally you can do anything. I'm here to tell you, you can do anything. And if you're struggling with the belief, then leave me a comment. Send me an email. I will literally, talk to you and show you how I see things. One of the gifts that I've always been given is being able to see the good in other people, and then being able to explain and show you what I see. And that's something I do freely and readily today, because it's something I understand that's like a God-given gift that I'm here to share with others. Anyway, getting off topic again. But yeah, so it's so incredibly important. And again, it's funny, it says, whether or not we're ready to have God remove these defects of character. Well, guys, if you're not ready to remove the defects of character, you're not going to propel forward. I know, and I don't ever want to sit there and say you can't do anything, because anybody can do anything. But if you want to have success and you want to move forward and you want to put the past behind you, you've got to make changes. And the first thing you want to change is your defects of character. As I say constantly, I'm becoming the best version of me. And in order to become the best version of me, I have to change my defects of character. I've got to change my behaviors, my thoughts, my inner monologue, and it's working incredibly well. It's making me appreciate who I am. It's making me love who I'm becoming. It's giving me hope. It's giving me faith, and it's making me actually interact with the world around me, which is presenting me with opportunities left and right. And the same will happen for you. So exactly, I can't imagine how anybody would not want to remove your defects of character. As you do, not only do you become a better person, but you start feeling better about the person that you're becoming. So therefore, you start feeling better about yourself. And again, you need to feel good about yourself in order to improve the quality of your life. If you don't believe that you are deserving of a higher quality of life, you're not going to go out and seek it. You're not going to invite it into your life. And we talk about attracting better opportunities. Well, you do that by being a better person. Better behaviors, better rewards, right? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Well, you play good games and you win good prizes. So it's literally the flip side of everything, and it's just the law of the law of attraction, the law of karma, dharma. But it's something we often overlook, and it's incredibly important. And the other thing is, guys, defects of character, arrogance is a defect of character that many of us cling on to in addiction, because it keeps us from showing our critically low self-esteem. And I'm not saying that to call you out. I'm using myself as an example. My self-esteem was brutally low, and that's not the case today. Like I'm still working on it, and I'm still making improvements on a daily basis. But as I do, I reward myself, and I love who I'm becoming, and then I dive more into that. But letting go of my arrogance was incredibly important. And again, it's a little counterintuitive in the early days, because that arrogance was literally what kept us alive in addiction. Yeah, sometimes you had to be a little arrogant to keep yourself from just self-imploding, right? Well, as you get better and you start changing your behaviors, you want to let go of that arrogance, because arrogance pushes people away, and it also stops you from seeing what's really going on. And as you start making changes, and you got to see, in order to make changes, you have to see what is actually going on. So I know it can be tough in the beginning, but it's also, very important, right? In order to start letting go of arrogance and then starting to change my behaviors has allowed me to start building this beautiful new beginning to my life. Like I've been saying, I'll build my foundation. Well, I think my foundation is pretty solid. Now I'm starting to put life experiences together that are actually worth living. Starting to go out and engage in my world. And it's funny, like, as I was getting a little overwhelmed in one of the seminars, I came back and I switched from one to the other, and I took a little nap this afternoon, and I realized, I'm like, it's 12 o'clock on a Saturday, it's a beautiful day, what am I taking a nap? I actually got a decent night's sleep last night. So I jumped out, and I went to the gym, and then I put the Tony Robbins seminar on while I was in the gym, and let me tell you, I literally just got the best workout of my life. I hit 3 extra machines. I went to the bench press machine and put up 60 pounds more, doing not maxing out, but doing repetitions. I was and coming up on I was doing sets of 10 reps with damn near 300 pounds today. Motivation, right? But again, it's also rest when necessary. But start to catch yourself if you're feeling overwhelmed and you're going into a depressive rest. And I think maybe I might have been. I'm pretty upbeat. I don't know, but I think I was feeling a little overwhelmed. But again, because I'm living so intentionally, I was able to arrest that and catch it before it happened, which made me feel really good. Changed the tone of my day altogether. I went out to the gym, nice and early. Got a fantastic workout in, and I went grocery shopping and bought myself some good, fresh fruits and vegetables and pasta salad to have a nice light steak tip and pasta salad dinner for tonight, guys. It's like the conjunction of everything, but it's a matter of catching yourself. I could have sat in bed all day and for no reason, and instead you go to the gym. And I woke up sore this morning because I got a hell of a workout in yesterday. But again, as I got up and moved around, I realized I was feeling pretty good. And I said, you know what? This is too beautiful to sit inside. We have plenty of rainy days lately. Let me get out and engage with my world. And I'm so glad that I did. And the other thing, guys, is with dropping arrogance and removing my character defects, I'm starting to get choices. And one of the choices I'm being given is the power to control who I allow in my energy and not. And that was one major issue that I had. I was filled because I didn't put up boundaries. So people that saw the value in what I was capable of and yet did not want to give me the value of me would take. And they saw what I would do. So they would constantly call me, hey, I'll offer you a nickel for $1,000 worth of work. Come and help me out. You know what I mean? And obviously it's an analogy and not, reasonable. But it's basically how I feel like I was doing by myself. But today I don't allow that. I've put up boundaries, and I now have full control over who I allow into my energy. And I try to be very open, and I give everybody a chance. But the minute I sense, nonsense, I back up. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm giving everybody a shot. This is how I can help you, and I direct them off. And I won't I won't be, mean to anybody unless they're outright trying to take advantage of me. But I'll just, be honest with them and say, listen, this is what my life's about today. I'm here to help you. If you want help, let me get you to a rehab, blah, 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 blah. But, you're not going to come in and ride on my coattails. And I've had enough people doing that, right? I'm enjoying the freedom of not having that 800-pound gorilla on my back. I'm not looking to replace it with 6, 200-pound idiots, right? So the ability to control who comes in and out of my energy field is huge. It's amazing, and it's absolutely beautiful. And guys, in order to have done that, what I had to do was I had to put myself first. And that's one thing I'd never done in my life, is I've never put myself first. Today I do, and I don't do it to a point where I'm taking away from anybody else, and quite on the contrary. By putting myself first, I'm actually gaining so many more resources, so much more balance, so much more free time, and so much more energy that I'm able to go out and help people that actually need help and are deserving of help, not people that just want to be lazy and get high and have me do their work for them. There's a big difference between the two. And again, and in doing so, that opens up more doors of opportunity to me, because other good people see me out there making good decisions and trying to help those that are actually in need. And whether it's God, spirit, people, or physically people in my life that see that, and they, it brings in rewards, it brings in blessings. It might be in the form of gifts, it might be in the form of friendships, it might be in the form of relationships, it might be in the form of new opportunities, but it's going to be blessed. They're all blessings, guys. And I think the other thing that magnetizes my blessings is the fact that I'm incredibly grateful and intentionally grateful for the blessings that I have and the blessings that are coming. And that's pretty much that's pretty much what I got for today, guys. Again, here we are, up around the 14-minute mark. Anyway, guys, please take these lessons to heart. Understand that at the end of the day, you have the power to not only make your life second to none and so worthwhile and so worth living, but also help so many people around you. And as we all do this, we start to literally make an impact in the world around us that is absolutely incredibly beautiful. We start changing the quality of lives for upcoming generations, changing the quality of lives of people around us by changing the quality of our own lives and by removing the defects of character that may have been passed down or we may have picked up along the line. Regardless, who cares? Let them go, change them, make them better. Be the best version of you that's ever walked. Guys, God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your weekend. Be blessed. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow.